Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's Maria Dismondy, the founder of Empowering Kids with Character, coming to you live on this Thursday. So for those of you who don't know, I do this little show every Thursday, and I bounce around between doing it here or on my business page, my author business page, because I'm a children's book author. So today I'm coming to you live from one of our home office, and I wanted to share with you our creativity cart, because we're talking about creativity this month, and we're talking about how can you encourage creativity in the home and in the classroom. And one of the ways that we one of the topics that we brought up several times in this group is that creativity cannot be forced upon children. Creativity really has to come naturally. But in order for children to practice their creativity, it's important to have things around the home that they can use for creativity projects. So if you have a recycle bin, then you have items for a creativity project. Our oldest loves to just go into the recycle bin and take all the trash and create things out of it. So we've actually had to make some rules up because there have been some stinky yogurt containers in her bedroom. We've had boxes stacking up in her bedroom. So we've made a few rules, but we try not to limit that creativity. So let me share with you the creativity card. This is from IKEA. And actually, we just made an IKEA run today. It's about a half hour from our house. I love IKEA because you can get great prices there. But this cart, let's see if we can get it in here. I think it is $19 or $29. But this is a really great rolling cart. So I'm sitting at a desk right now. Here's the desk chair, and this cart can roll around, and it's actually 3-tier. So I'm going to lift it up so you can see it. It has 3 shelves. And this is a cart that I bought for my daughter Ruby because, as you can see right back here, this space also is a space for her sewing machine, and I have my sewing machine out because we were sewing this weekend. That little table was not working for us to sew at, so I actually just got a table at IKEA for $39, which is not a child's height, so we won't be hunching over. And it's fine for her, but it's not for me. It's a little bit higher and wider, so we'll put that table there. That was our purchase today. But this cart is awesome because at first I put all of the sewing supplies into little bins and containers, and I had them in one of these cupboards underneath this desk. But they're things that you use so often when you're sewing that it's kind of annoying to have to keep opening up boxes every time you need something. So like your measuring tape and all of the needles, because my 9-year-old breaks a lot of needles in her sewing machine, and that's fine because she's learning, and I think it's awesome. But we have a lot of extra needles in here, and we've got the pin cushion. So all of these things really need to be accessible for her when she's sewing. She has all of her scraps, and she makes a ton of things out of these fabric scraps that we actually get from Joann's in the remnant section, which is really inexpensive. And then on the bottom shelf, she has some of her patterns because she's taken some sewing classes before. This is a little tank. And then she has some of her sewing books under here too that she wants to be able to access, which I do recommend. These sewing books are amazing. Sewing School, 21 sewing projects kids will love. They're just really child friendly. And I tried to get her books. There's 2 of them. I tried to get her books so that she could be able to come and create without me constantly having to give her lessons. So that's what I found in these books. They're really, really good for that. One of them, this first one is more hand sewing, and then the second one is designated to machine sewing. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this creativity cart. You could put anything in this. This could be in your kitchen, and you could roll it away when your kids are not doing crafts at the kitchen table, and you could have different containers. Again, these are from IKEA, but you could have markers in here. You could have scissors and paint and glue and paper on the cart. So it's a really cool way of having supplies, but not designating an entire shelf or an entire cupboard to the projects. Does that make sense? And I did want to share one more book. So as we're on the topic of sewing, this is a project I'm working on. I hope my sister's not watching this. This has been a wonderful, wonderful book. We have, I think, 2 of these books now, maybe 3 of them. But this is by a company called Klutz. And this honestly is my ultimate favorite sewing book for kids. Ruby got this as a gift, and she was able to make these at the age of 7 by herself. The instructions are super simple. It's all hand sewing. It's with embroidery thread. The needles are not sharp. They're embroidery needles. And now my 6-year-old is using these books as Ruby is sewing with the machine, and my 6-year-old is creating things. So this is what my little 6-year-old made over the weekend. And this literally, like this little ice cream cone took her a good 2 hours, and she took breaks, and you know, I don't force it upon them, but like, how cool is that? Isn't that fun? So a little ice cream cone. And now that we've used up, when you buy these books, it comes with the felt and the embroidery thread. But now that we've run out of all of that, we just go to Joann's with some coupons and we get felt for the projects. So this is a really great beginner sewing book if you're interested in sewing. So that is Empowering Kids with Character today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm talking about the creativity cart. And I wanted to share with you, friends, that right now on Instagram, my team is hosting a really great contest for back to school books. So visit us over at Maria Dismondy Books or Cardinal Rule Press on Instagram. And today you can still enter to the contest, and tomorrow is the grand prize, which will be giving away 5 books, a t-shirt, and then lesson plans too. So even if you're not a teacher and you win, you could gift those lesson plans to your child's teacher. So thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Thursday, everyone.